It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Is that the Eddie glass from Christmas Vacation? Is that what he was drinking out of?
She's a beaut, Clark.
Oh man, I
Oh,
like that.
absolutely, absolutely. I love Christmas. I love this time of year. This is my eggnog. I
I'm,
have
I,
to
I got
have
a
it in the egg
reindeer.
glass. You got a reindeer? Hold on.
Yeah, there's a reindeer on here. Hang on.
There's a reindeer. Ooh, hold on. Got a the reindeer's face is a little low there, buddy.
It's right where my pocket is. My face is my hands.
Pocket. The pocket.
Pocket.
Yeah. That reindeer. That reindeer's having a party. It looks like. But no, cheers. I got the eggnog, sir.
Now, is that a rum or a brandy and eggnog? My grandmother used to make one of each,
This is
or
rum
a
with
whiskey
bourbon.
or bourbon.
This is rum
Yeah.
and bourbon. I make this eggnog. I make this eggnog every year. I have to get you some because you
Look
have
at
to
the
have it.
JTS Brown bottle.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
impressed.
That's the bourbon I put in it this year. Was
Nice.
the JTS Brown. So I make this every year. It's kind of a spin off of a recipe that I learned. It's my recipe. I do a few things differently, but I do rum, I do a bourbon rum, and then this year I did peanut butter. So I do with a peanut butter whiskey. I make a peanut butter syrup. So it's like a
Interesting.
peanut butter eggnog jam. But tonight I'm drinking the bourbon eggnog because it is the week before Christmas. It's the show before Christmas. Brendon, this is two dudes wearing hats. Make sure you like, subscribe wherever you're watching the show right now. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow button, do the thing. Leave
Hit the little bell.
comments.
Get notified when
Hit a
we're
bell,
going
get
live.
notified, comment in the
Because
chat.
we might be going live at random times and stuff
We
like
have
that.
all kinds of cool little abilities now. We can show
Yeah.
off comments that people have in the chat.
Bob's telling us right now that Notre Dame's up 14-0. I
Yeah.
like that.
It's a new show. It's a new world. You're in a new place.
I am in a new place.
Tell them about it.
I got the bar behind me now with a lot of my stuff. I don't have well, you can see it's kind of shaky. I got to figure that out. But, I moved finally, and
Okay.
it's been an ongoing process. It's been a pain in the ass, but I have a room now dedicated to doing this and putting some things on display, some old cameras like that guy right there. It's a very old Polaroid.
Is that one of the old like fold down where the front
Yeah.
folds down camera?
See, you can grab. This is an old Polaroid land camera.
Ooh, a Polaroid what?
Land camera.
Land, Land. Okay.
Model
Does
95
it fold
land
up like
camera.
it looks like it folds up? Don't do
Yeah.
it because it's really old and I don't want you to mess it up. But you don't have to do it.
It folds.
He's gonna break the camera live on the show.
It folds down inside.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I haven't closed it in a while. Well, actually, I haven't closed it since I moved in, which is only a week. So anyway, we'll put it back later on. There's all kinds of, there's 10 more cameras over here and over there on the sides. I have the bar decorated with old vintage cameras from Fujica, Nikon. There's a unique one called a niche.
Call it what? A niche?
A Nishika.
Like
A
star niche?
Nishika. Hang on, I got to show you this thing.
Star
It's
niche?
it's pretty interesting.
It's turned into the camera show.
This is a Nishika.
A Nishika?
Nishika.
Okay. What's so special about a Nishika?
You can probably tell looking at it.
What is that?
It's got 4 lenses. It'll
Wait.
take it's a quadra.
It's
Picture.
a 3D camera?
Yes. Quadra lens system, and it can shoot, supposedly more 3D type photos. It's a older camera from Japan. I've never used it. I'm curious to
Was
see
it like
if
from the 80s?
I think so.
That feels like something from the 80s. Like, get your official Nishika 3D camera.
right,
Now.
right.
Buy now.
Yeah, and
Before it's sold out.
Right. So I thought with me being moved in now, and we would go back to one of my favorites, a celebratory mezcal, the Pachuga.
Ooh, the titty booze.
It's not the titty
I
booze. It
love the
means
booby
breast.
booze. It
The
means
booby booze.
breast. It's the booby booze. Real quick, that booze, Pachuga means breast.
Yes, it's actually inside the still that they use. It's copper still, double distilled, with fruits and a roasted turkey breast hanging inside the still
So it's
to
got
actually
fruit
impart
and
flavor.
meat
Fruit and meat.
hanging with the booze.
Yep.
Helping age the booze. Cooked meat or was it raw meat? We looked that up.
Some use raw, some use cooked.
Do you know which one that is?
This one says roasted turkey breast, so I'm going to go with cooked.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you're not drinking raw titty booze.
Raw titty booze.
That's going to be the new thing in 2025. Like how raw milk is a thing right now. In 2025, it's going to be raw titty booze. Only drink whiskey aged with raw chicken.
And I've got my orange with my agave worm salt.
At this point, you should just have a salad. You've got booze aged with meat. You've got a piece of citrus with some salt.
I am missing my veggie group.
Salt. At this point, you should just have a salad.
I probably should.
Oh man.
And for me.
So speaking of salads, I went to probably one of the fancier meals I've ever gone to last night.
Oh yeah?
My wife and I went on a date night.
Date night.
We went to a place called Pep and Dolores in downtown Cincinnati. By the nod, I think you've heard of the place.
I have.
Classic Italian food, well done. Felt like we were in an episode of The Bear. Like the server was very attentive. They asked us what we were doing there that night, why we were joining them.
Why are you here?
Yeah, it was really like
how dare you?
Tonight? Well, like, what are you celebrating? Was the question, and it was essentially like.
So to go there, you have to be celebrating something. You can't just be, I'm here to eat.
Right. After we got the check, I realized why people usually go there to celebrate something. But
understand.
We ended up having a full run. We did like the bread appetizer. It was literally just called the dip, where it was olive oil with cheese and herbs.
Oh, I bet that was so good.
Amazing. And then we had salads, and I had an antipasto salad. She had like a gem salad with like this like. Imagine it was a Caesar salad, but imagine they instead of butter they used orange juice. So it's like a citrus vinaigrette Caesar kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then we had pasta. She had like a lemon pasta. I had just classic. It was called the Sunday sauce with. It said you get a meatball and then you get braised pork shoulder. I thought, chopped up braised pork shoulder in the sauce. That's what I thought was going to happen. No. I thought when I got my meal, I thought, I've got 2 big meatballs here on my plate. No, I had one gigantic meatball and one gigantic chunk of just slow roasted cooked pork shoulder.
Wow.
Like a giant chunk that just fell apart. Dude, I'm usually not somebody to gush over
We are not
a meal.
sponsored by Pep and Dolores.
No, I'm not somebody who
I'd be
gushes
smiling
over
more.
a meal very often, but this was one of the most delicious things I had ever put in my fucking suck hole. I swear, like insane, and the atmosphere that they have in that place is incredible as well. So once again, not sponsored, not a company we're associated with, but if you get a chance to go there, I highly recommend Pep and Dolores.
Pep and Dolores, downtown Cincinnati.
So how was the move?
I used the company that you were talking about. Okay. It was pretty impressive that only 2 guys
that's all we had.
Really did it. And I have an oddly shaped couch. That threw them for a second. I really thought they were going to give up on that. It's almost
expand on oddly shaped.
Let's just say it's like this. It's more of a semicircle. And it's a bitch to get around doors and whatnot. Dad wants to go get butter and Caesar. Oh yeah. Yeah, I am sure that he would be all about Pep and Dolores for sure.
Oh yeah. It was a very fresh salad, but so the move but yeah, the company was good.
I'll tell you what I do like is I got to set up surround sound for the first time in years, and I've got my surround sound kicking, and a visitor, my cat, I've now got surround sound for the games, for TV, for everything. Running the wires into a receiver is not the most fun situation in the world. I haven't done it in a long time, but
Like
setting
old
up.
school wires where you had to like flip the back open and put the
Yep.
wire in there and clamp it down and like.
Yep.
Did you take a knife and did you scrape a little bit of extra plastic off the
No,
wire?
the wires were set up nicely.
Okay, they were clean cut. Okay.
There's cones that come off the back that you then put the wire underneath of and then screw the cone in, almost like a wire nut. And so that's kind of a nice way that it works out. And then everything runs, it's an audio video receiver, so it actually takes HDMI signals all the way in, which makes it nice and easy for my gaming and whatnot. I still realize that the best experience for gaming is still a headset, because it really gives you the true spatial audio and like
You mean as
3D
opposed to,
audio.
as opposed to like.
I'll tell you how I
surround
tested it.
sound?
I'll tell you how I tested it. When you played Hellblade, Cena's Saga, did you wear a headset?
Yes.
It's
a little bit. Actually, I did with that game because I was wearing a headset a lot when that game came out.
It's almost maddening. Like, you can't take a lot of that game at once. That game was designed by people who they consulted with people who specialize in psychosis and split personalities, and to hear the voices in your head the way they are, whispering around you and dancing around your head. I did it in my living room and only got half of the effect out of it, because that would be the best game to test jumping around on speakers. But yeah. So yeah, I've got the surround sound set up. I've got my room set up here. I've got a guillotine to my left. Maybe I'll put that in the background next week.
You have to give more context to.
No,
people.
You don't.
You do. You do.
There's no reason to give more context. I have a guillotine. What's wrong with that?
Okay.
How would you chop your lettuce?
I've got my desk here. I've got my little hand exerciser I use here. I've got
you got to give people more
wire here right next to a bucket. I've got a toaster right here. I like to dump into a bathtub. Like, you can't just like glaze past those kind of things. You have to give context.
My cat's knocking things over already. Are you serious? You're going to do this again?
The cat's always context.
He's going to be a pain in my butt. Anyway. So if you don't mind, I'm going to grab him for 1 second, because he's doing something very... come here.
I'm going to take a moment and remind the people, if they have not done so already, make sure you like and subscribe wherever you're watching the show, YouTube,
this little
Twitch,
butthead.
what have you. Tell a friend, send the link out. They can go to any of those places, or they can just go to 2dwh.com, and that's how they can watch the show, get links to any of the media that they want.
Yeah.
We do. Now you have a cat.
Well, I'm trying to get him to... I have a pile of... How long did it take you to go through every single box that you had when you moved in? Every single box.
I still haven't.
You still haven't, right?
We have boxes in the basement that we still are in the... We have to get to that pile. Yeah. By the way, this was open when I started the show.
Was it really?
Or new.
It was new? Nice. That's a good... That mug holds a nice amount. So... But yeah, I moved in, and then I also found out something. So during my youth, I had an uncle and aunt. As you know from some of the talks in the past, I performed. I was a magician, stage illusionist, fire eater, whatnot. So my uncle and aunt who introduced me to that, I remember one time we were out, and they said, buy yourself a game for the house. And I bought a board game, and it's a board game that I loved very, very much. And they discontinued it. And then they recently brought it back, and it's called Hero Quest.
What the what? Stop. Hold on.
Yes.
I have like 20 different... First off, they brought that game back.
They brought that game back in apparently early 2020.
You bought it.
I shouldn't have, but I immediately bought it this week, because no game holds an attachment to my, I don't know, like just remembering like
we have
childhood
been friends
and like
for over a decade.
Yeah.
And we have never talked about playing Hero Quest together. Sir, I need you to sit around the fire. Sit down, pull up a chair.
Oh man.
Because I have played some Hero Quest in my life. I was the kid who used to bring the box of Hero Quest with me to all the school events for marching
Oh,
band.
yeah?
We had like overnights in the gym where like we would raise money. First off, this concept never made sense to me. We would get people to give us money to stay the night in the gym.
That's weird. Your
Yeah.
parents were just paying the school to take you.
When our parents, we go raise money in the neighborhood. People would just be like, "Hey, we're doing a lock in, and pay us like donate money to our lock in because it's gonna go for marching band stuff." But I was the kid who showed up to the lock in with like Hero Quest under my arm, and I had the expansion packs, and I was the DM of the world, setting everything
Zargon.
up and making everything. Yes,
Zargon.
I would always just say like I would always tell people like I'm just the quest master and things like that because
Yeah.
Zargon. When I was around my friends who weren't that into it, I would kind of do the Diet Coke version sometimes. I would kind of like not be as heavy on
Because Hero Quest is basically a diet version of a Dungeons and Dragons, I would say, but in a different way. Combine Dungeons and Dragons with a dungeon crawling video game, I would almost say, because everything is generated as you come across it.
And you can set it you can set it up and knock it down in one session because the board opens up and you have your board, which is kind of square dungeon areas. And then you have furniture, you have doors, you have cabinets, you have tables, you have chairs, you have like statues that kind of do things.
The heroes will start in one room with a closed door.
Yes.
And somebody will open that door, and whatever can be seen through that door will then get placed on the board. You could go into the corridor, and now the corridor is open to you, so the game master would put down different figures, whether it be a goblin or an orc, or if you don't see a monster, maybe you just go ahead and search for treasure, or a hidden pathway, or a trap, because the traps later on in the quest become very deadly, and people never want to search for traps. It's not... I don't know why they don't do it. I'll keep killing you.
And here's my question. So you bought a new copy of
Yes.
Hero Quest.
Yes. It's updated. I would say it's updated. They have taken the characters and updated their models, made them a little more aggressive in some ways. The gargoyle looks even meaner and bigger now. Okay. The Chaos Warriors, my favorite, the 4 gray warriors with the huge axes, those guys look really, really badass. They've added a new Abomination character. They've just made the game... I think they realized that the problem was when we first got the game, you would get the characters and twist them out of the plastic and break them off. Yeah. And now you just have all these pieces that you would throw in a box or lose or try to keep in something else. Now they provide to you a case that it comes in and makes it really nice and easy to transport and whatnot. Since when is my dad got me into... Now, my dad is saying he's an IU fan here, as you can see on the screen. And because Bob's telling us the score of the game, which is 14-3 currently. But Dad got me into Notre Dame when I was a kid, so I'm so confused why he's suddenly turned. But anyway, sorry, that throws me off.
And that always is interesting to me. And I would ask, is your dad originally from Indiana, from that area?
No, he's
Notre
from here.
Dame, okay, because that's always interesting to me how people get into teams they're not from their area. Did he go to school there?
I remember Dad. We were cheering for. I remember one time we were cheering for Notre Dame when I was younger, and it was because Kentucky football wasn't that good at the time, and we would cheer.
I cheered for Notre Dame for about half a season once when I worked at a sports memorabilia store, mainly because I became fascinated with the story of the gold in the helmet.
Yeah,
we got one of the helmets in to sell as a memorabilia. We got one of their helmets in that we were able to sell, and I was like fascinated by that concept.
Our buddy in here, Bob, in the chat, has one at his house that I've seen up close that is signed by Rudy himself, and has the play on it and everything.
Has the play? Oh, he like wrote the play.
Yeah, it was part of a silent auction item that he got, and it's quite an impressive little piece there. So, yeah. But anyway, back to Hero Quest. So am I to understand that you and I might get to start up a Hero? We should start up a Hero Quest night, even if it's just once a month.
Here's my thing: first off, the answer to your question is yes.
Yeah.
Secondly, I need to know if the expansions exist.
They do. Keller's Keep is out there. The Rise of the Witch Lord is out there. There's a new one.
What's the one with all the skeletons? Is that Keller's Keep?
That's the Witch Lord. Although Keller's Keep, I think, has some as well. The Witch Lord makes an appearance in the first expansion, or in the game itself, but then also in the expansion. And now there's also one. Let's see. There's the Mirror Pack. There is the Ogre Horde quest pack, the Jungles of Delthrak quest pack, which has like spiders and things like that. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
There's the Rise of the Dread Moon quest pack. There's some clear specters in that one. The Prophecy of Terror quest pack. The Witch Lord quest pack. Yeah, there's a good amount. Frozen Horror quest pack. If you type in Hero Quest expansion on Amazon, you can pretty much see what to get me for Christmas.
So here's what's interesting as well is the fact that it's come back. It seems to be tied into it's Hasbro, but now like there's so much like
it was a Canadian company before. Hasbro and Monopoly brought it back apparently, and this Avalon Hill as well.
And here's what's interesting. Hold on, because I'm going to pull this up here. Is the whole idea that now they have the actual like expansions that you can buy.
Yes.
Like now you can just get a dice set and a dice tray.
Oh, interesting.
You just get all of these additional things. They have the Path of the Wandering Monk.
Yes, I saw that. It's an add-on where you can add a hero into the game, and if you don't want to have, maybe somebody doesn't want to be the barbarian, we'll put a monk in there as well now. That's a wandering monk that also can do some of the earth spells and whatnot. So there are so many expansions, and now I have just the base game, so the whole world's open to me on expansions in the future, but that's something to think about down the road.
And that's definitely something that now that I know that that's back in the world and that exists, I'm going to have to get my own copy. I as I get older, I kind of get into the idea of having those adventure games that you can play with friends. I don't want to go out to a bar that much anymore.
Oh, I would much rather have a game night.
Sit around a table and play a board game. I have so many board games that I've never played that are huge multi-hour games that I've never even cracked open.
Yeah, I would much rather have a game night, and there's so many that I haven't as well. Even if it's just Cards Against Humanity or like the Jackbox night. The Jackbox games are absolutely hilarious. I bet we could do that live on here somehow one night.
Those are fun.
That's something we'll have to look into.
I love big RPGs where you have all these rules, and all these motions and things that you can follow.
And the fact that the quest carries over to the next time, like you're carrying treasure that you got on the quest before, and you keep your character card and everything like that. So
the idea of having the character card, which once again it is a simpler to grasp version of Dungeons and Dragons. It really is
with tangible pieces that you can see.
It kind of crosses over into the Warhammer world where there's little figurines that you have and little physical representations of the room and the decor. And like, I'll never forget there was a fireplace, like a mantle, like a fireplace mantle.
Yep.
That you would have, and a couple of the stories that was a very integral piece. And
if people knew, exactly.
It's very integral to certain parts of the story, and like that etched in my brain, just etched in my fucking brain throughout my childhood.
That game, Hero Quest, it's got a special place in my heart. That just, I don't know, it's just tied to. I remember not having people to play it with at times, and I would play it against myself. Like I would roll for the heroes, roll the chance for the bad guys, and see how it works out. Because technically you can do that. There's a game of chance tied into it a little bit with your dice rolls and whatnot as well. So it does make, I mean, it's not easy. It's too easy when you know where everything is, but you could at least have the randomness of the battles. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Got that and looking forward to play that. I know Bob and I have talked about jumping onto it at some point, and I'm sure you'd want to jump in as well.
Oh, absolutely. be part of this. Are you kidding me?
Melissa's being a wizard somewhere right now, I think. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, man. Are we going to talk about... I'm very confused about this.
What's to be confused about?
It's so badass for a second, and then it just seems cheesy.
What seems cheesy about it? There's no audio going. But what seems cheesy about this?
For those of you who are wondering, this is the Superman trailer for 2025 that's coming.
This looks fantastic. This just came out like what, yesterday?
Maybe, I think. Yeah.
First off, look at that kid. Look at that kid.
Look at that. That's badass.
Good. He looks good as Clark Kent.
Yeah, but
I think that's Pa Kent. The Pa Kent looks interesting. I like the route that they're going with Pa Kent.
This right here is my problem.
And
this is my problem. Crypto.
We'll stop it there. Content. We're just solely for that, for content and legal sake. But what's your problem with that?
It's just a little corny.
What the fuck is corny about the Superdog?
I saw him like... He looks like just a random doodle.
Yeah, that's the point.
He's not going
to be the Rottweiler pit bull like German Shepherd. Like Crypto is just the same way Clark Kent was an average dude that became Superman. Crypto is an average dog that became a super dog. Right?
I guess.
So
I mean, I don't know enough of it, but I'm just from that trailer. I'm like, this is badass. This is badass. There's this whistle he does. I'm like, oh, is he blowing the? No, he called the dog over, and
to save him, he said, "Take me home. Take me home." He actually has that dog trained to take him where he needs to go. And can we talk about the amount of heroes that they showed in that trailer?
I saw Hawkeye. I saw Hawkeye. I saw
Hawk Girl.
Or was that Hawk Girl?
Yeah, I think that was Hawk Girl.
Okay, I saw it from they were flying down from the back, but yeah, there was a lot of hero. I mean, you saw your Lex Luthor, of course, your villain. Who plays Lex Luthor again?
Nick something. He's also in X-Men. He's Beast.
Okay.
In the X-Men Last Stand. Not Last Stand. It was not Last Stand. Like X-Men First Class and Apocalypse and that.
Yeah.
That James McAvoy X-Men. Let's see. Let's look up this cast real quick.
Anyway, I don't know why Crypto just threw me off. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't ready for it. It wasn't that. I don't know. I went kind of meh on it.
I like the guy that's playing Superman. I like the look of him. I like the direction they're going with this weird,
it could be great,
cartoony. I think it's gonna be just goofy enough, and that's honestly what I'm here for. Is a movie that's just goofy enough. You've got.
I'm gonna need
Guy
a couple
Gardner
beers for that
Green
one.
Lantern.
I think. Yeah. I think I might need a couple beers for that. Oh,
right
Bob's got the name. Well. Bob's got the name for us. It is Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult. There's also another who is, I think it's Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion is Guy Gardner. He's actually a Green Lantern in that movie.
Oh,
which is going to be fantastic. This is one of the few times the audience is actually going to get to see the Bucky's cooler. It's actually.
I didn't realize we can now give them a full widescreen. You can actually see. Well, I'll have to light them better. But when you're widescreen like that, if you go back, or I guess I could have done it too.
Yeah.
That is.
Control things just
those
like
are cameras, and there's more cameras. That was my grandfather's camera there. But anyway, I've got a beer. You've got a beer.
A new
what are you
layout going? We've updated.
We're having so much fun with the just adding things in, like the fact that we can show that Bob loves Nathan Fillion. I love Nathan Fillion. That Bob. There you go. Things like that. Exactly.
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 And we can play around with the chat. We can write our own story.
We
with
could
the chat
at random order at just different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can kind of see up in the corner, Macho Man, Randy Savage's "Be a Man" vinyl album. I've got it framed up there on the wall as a gift.
That's amazing.
Sister-in-law, and it stays up there in a frame, and you can't see it over here. But my Jim Cornette figure is just off camera. Eventually, I'm gonna get more stuff on these walls. That's a goal for this office, is to put more stuff on there.
All right.
Yeah.
I've switched up glasses tonight. I have a pint glass that says Cincinnati and has the logo for the American Outlaws, the supporter group for Team USA.
Okay.
That's going to be my glass tonight. And I have a beer I've never tried. It's a Radler.
A Radler?
Yeah,
Okay.
a blood orange Radler, an ale with natural blood orange flavor. I picked this out because I ride that scooter around, and it's called Scooter.
For the longest time, and I see it, and I don't see it anymore, I thought that was a Hulk Hogan mustache on the can.
I could see it as Macho Man glasses with a Hulk Hogan bandana.
I felt like it was a Hulk Hogan vibe. It took me a minute to look at it and be like, oh, it's a scooter helmet and mask. So yeah, that's because I'm dumb. But I have, because 'tis the season, Great Lakes Christmas Ale.
Tis the season indeed.
Honey, it's all about Christmas in this house right
Tis
now.
wasn't the season at the Kroger I went to, so tis was Scooter, a blood orange Radler.
What's funny is the closer it gets to Christmas or any season or any holiday, the beer that's supposed to be associated with that holiday is going to become harder and harder to find. It's hard as hell to get a Christmas beer on Christmas Day because most of the places have already sold out of them.
Well, I'll tell you, this smells fantastic.
We both got that nice palette that nice red color.
Yeah. Got that little blood orange bit going there.
That's fantastic.
Wow. That's almost too easy to drink.
All right.
It's like a spritzer. It's like man. That is a great flavor. I do like that. It's very light. I'm going to guess, 4?
Yeah.
4% alcohol. Got it in the mustache. No, that's very tasty. I really like that. That is Scooter Blood Orange Radler from Braxton Brewing.
Nice.
If you want something a little bit more on the citrusy blood orange side, that's almost like, I would almost call it a blood orange cider. If you're a cider fan, you might like this. It says it's a limited seasonal release, so I am not sure. Yeah, take your taste buds on a refreshing ride with this unique infusion of sweet and citrus perfection. Fun and carefree days are ahead as you enjoy the delicious flavors and aromas of freshly cut, ripe blood oranges.
There you go.
Crushable refreshment.
I love when beer companies use terms like crushable, sessionable.
You know what it reminds me of? What if Red's Apple Ale did a blood orange?
Okay.
It's a blood orange ale. Like the way
Red's
that Red
Apple Ale is an acidic bomb.
It's very citrusy. Yeah. It's very citrusy cidery. I couldn't drink more than 2 of these, I don't think, back to back. I think it would overwhelm me, but it is definitely tasty. It would definitely be awesome on a summer day, for sure. So, anyway, what are you drinking? How's yours turn out? You got the Christmas ale. Is it Christmassy?
Great Lakes Christmas Ale? What I like about it, it's got the spice, it's got the honey, but it's still light. It's definitely still an ale by definition.
Gotcha.
It's still got that crispness, but it's hearty. It's kind of got certain beers taste red.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
A lot of ales. I mean, most of your beers, if you're going to describe
it's a red ale, I would say it's red.
If you're going to describe something with a fruit flavor, 99.9999% of the time it's an ale or something that has that.
Well, this isn't even fruit. There's no fruit. This is just.
You got nothing?
Nice yeasty.
Yeasty ale. Mm-hmm. No, I like this. I could stick with this. This is even a good chaser beer. I could see this as being light enough to chase something. So anyway.
We got 17-3 on a 49-yard field goal
You got anything riding on this?
in that game. I got nothing riding on that though. I'm watching. Believe it or not, I've got basketball on here on the screen. We've got Milwaukee Bucks.
Milwaukee Bucks, baby. That's my
versus the
team on
Cleveland
NBA
Cavaliers.
2K.
92. They're losing 92 to 117 with 3:51 left in the fourth. So
That's
recently, what I took advantage of this week is FanDuel had a deal where you did a $5 bet and you get 3 months of FanDuel Sports Network.
Oh, wow.
Here's why I took that on. Do you know what team I love? Love, and cannot watch?
It's hockey, right?
It is hockey.
Montreal Canadiens.
I can watch their games.
Um,
What would
I don't
not be
know.
available locally?
Oh, the Cyclones?
No, the Blue Jackets.
Oh, the Blue Jackets?
Yeah, we're blacked out for Blue Jackets games.
Columbus.
Your soccer beef with Columbus will
Fuck
never.
Columbus.
I will never understand.
Fuck Columbus. Anyway.
I
So-
don't agree with that sentiment.
It happens.
It's a wonderful city with amazing bars and wonderful restaurants. And
You'll have to experience it sometime and try it
I'm
out.
actually going 3 times next year.
Are ya?
What we got? So
For shows.
no, I feel like all I'm doing is talking about deals I got on the internet. Because what my wife and I like to do every year is we normally wait for around Black Friday, the NHL will have a ticket sale. They'll normally have like $20 to $30 tickets for like certain games, and they usually have that sale on Black Friday. This year they did a deal where you got 2 tickets to 2 different games for $99. So essentially $25 a ticket, which is worth it. So we said, okay, we'll do 2 games, but there's more. The day that we did it, they had an additional sale, so you automatically got 2 tickets to a 3rd game just for taking advantage of that. So essentially we got like 6 hockey tickets for $100. So like January 2nd, I think is our first game. We're going out there and seeing the Columbus Blue Jackets playing the Red Wings.
Ooh, that's awesome. I'd love to see that.
I love that area though. That little area right there. Right
Any
around
of the original
Nationwide
6,
Stadium.
that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good going in there and hanging out. It's right next to Short North. It's like a nice walk to all these places. There's one of the bars, literally, when you walk out the front door of the stadium, to the left is the name escapes me, but it's a pour your own beer bar where you get a bracelet and you get a glass and they have the tap wall and you scan the bracelet and it turns the tap on. You just put as much beer as you want.
Yeah.
And it's tied into your bracelet and you pay by the ounce.
There's a place downtown that does that now.
I love hanging out there right before the game because honestly, most people ignore it and go straight into the arena. So we can hang out there and just kind of chill while all the madness is going on.
Yeah. Well, that's good. 3 months, that's a good deal. I mean, how much do you get? I mean, so you're getting the NBA games as well?
So from the looks of it, you pick your region. So my region is Ohio. So I'm getting Blue Jackets, Cleveland Cavaliers, Nashville Predators, Memphis Grizzly games, and
Indianapolis Pacers.
Indianapolis Pacers. That was
Gotcha.
the other one. Yeah. So all of those games will show up on this, which really the only thing I'll really be watching is Blue Jackets games. And I mean,
I'll tell you what. The basketball is fun for prop bets. I really like the basketball for prop bets, like over/under for total score of the game, or how many 3-pointers a guy might have. Dame Lillard always for 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there.
Well, now it's all going to be. I'm going to be looking at this now based on what I'm betting on, and be like, oh, well, I can actually watch the full game now on this network.
Exactly. That's a good way to do it. And we should get back to some betting again soon. It's
we should
Christmas
start coming
time.
up with some
Tis the
parlays.
season. We'll have to bring up a parlay for something. Maybe some of the college games going on as we get closer in the playoffs as they come down.
Yeah, it is playoff time. It's fantasy playoff time.
You're doing well, right? Oh, you're
I'm
out?
of the playoffs. I was knocked out in the first round.
Who took you
Knocked out
out?
in the first round. Justin. Knocked out in the first round of the fantasy playoffs. I ordered the ring. You saw the picture of the ring.
I'm mad because that would have been the perfect color ring for me.
It's
black and green.
and neon green.
Yeah.
I went for the gaudiest, ugliest ring that they had.
You know what kept me out of the playoffs? The greatest fantasy performance of one player all season long. That Josh Allen game when he put up over 50 points.
Oh man, was that the one where he threw a pass that he caught, or threw a pass
Yeah,
to somebody and
I had the
pass back to him?
I had the game won at 99% to 1% at one point, and then Josh Allen's game started.
Josh Allen
and
was riding
everything
high on getting
fucking
engaged to
changed.
Haley Steinfeld over the weekend before that. He was riding high. Okay. I think he walks away with the MVP this year. He is
at this point,
shit of Turd Mountain right now.
He's putting up some numbers that Hall of Fame running backs have, like the numbers of rushing touchdowns he already has in his career and stuff like that. It's crazy. I was seeing some stats about it the other day. It's pretty darn silly, but the Bucks are losing. Damn. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh yeah, 122-94.
Yeah, no, it's bad. That's my team when I play NBA 2K, and NBA 2K is fantastic. I need to get you playing some basketball against me. That would make me much happier.
The only bet I have going on tonight, I had something.
You have something bet.
FanDuel is
hockey
freaking out on me. Yeah, I got a hockey game at like 10:10 tonight, whatever the 10 o'clock game is. I want to say... I bet against the Ducks. I know that.
Kraken, maybe? Or no?
Avalanche. I took the
Avalanche. Oh, that's Bob's team. See?
Yeah, took the Avalanche against the Ducks. I mean...
Bob's a big fan of the Avs.
I'll bet on the Ducks when they switch back to the old color scheme.
Yeah.
I hate that orange and black bullshit. I hate that orange and black Ducks bullshit. Bring that purple and green back. Bring back that shit. NBA snooze. I agree, it's snooze, but man, it's something to bet on.
It's something to bet on. It's not as tiring.
Gamble on something,
it's not as tiring when you
gamble on something over here. I can't just degenerate on soccer. That shit sucks. For gambling, it is the slowest return.
It is great. That is my best return is on soccer.
No.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if you're betting on 365.
My return rate on is it going to be a draw or not is awful. I'm terrible at that. Like,
why are you betting on if it's going to be a draw?
Because those are always good odds.
No, it's apparently not. Apparently, it's not.
The odds they present are good, but I do not win. I do not pick the right winners. That's the problem. That's the issue.
I like it because there's the three options, and that just makes your odds better when you do win. So
there you go.
Anywho, I do enjoy this Blood Orange Rattler, but I think, like I said, it's going to be a good chaser, and I think it would be a good chaser for a shot. Are you feeling a shot?
I have quite the shot. My wife went shot shopping.
Shot shopping.
Shot shopping.
Shotting.
Shotting. Ooh, shotting.
Shotting.
That's a t-shirt. Shotting.
Shopping.
Home Shotting Network.
That sounds like something gross. Like I shot all over the place.
No, HSN. Like Home Shopping Network. We rip off that logo, but it's just Home Shotting Network.
It still sounds like a different version of sharding or shitting.
Brendon and Mike's Home Shotting Network.
Those guys shot all over the program.
He shot in my face.
Oh.
We were going out. He took me to Pep and Dolores, and then after that, he took me home and shot in my face. Yeah, we're 44 minutes in. We're far beyond anybody even questioning what we said.
I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad.
He's sad.
So if you recall, the last time we were on 2 weeks ago, sorry again about last week, but moving day was a pain in the ass. I had one bottle left of my pick'em bag, so no need for the bag this week. We'll have to go very soon and get some more, but we're finishing on Bird Dog's blackberry flavored whiskey.
Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
What are you shooting, Mike?
That's his polite way of going, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
So my wife went shotting, as I said.
And that looked like a McGillicuddy bottle.
No, The slogan, first off, let me read the slogan.
Slogan inbound.
From bean to bar. From bean to bar.
Oh,
This
coffee bean?
Grind.
Double
Shot.
espresso.
Double espresso. Espresso shot. 30% alcohol. Now, here's the thing.
That's right up your alley.
What would you think most coffee-based spirits are the base? What's the base? What would you assume the base is?
What do you mean?
Like the base
Probably a
spirit.
vodka.
Vodka could. What else could it possibly be? I mean, if it wasn't a coffee vodka, it's probably a coffee
Liqueur,
flavored.
like a wait.
What spirit would they use?
What spirit?
Like they use vodka, maybe bourbon, whiskey. No, yeah, you're right. But here's what's cool about this one. This is Caribbean. I'm gonna focus on Caribbean rum.
Caribbean rum and coffee?
This is Caribbean rum blended with espresso coffee, natural flavors, and caramel color. This is 60 proof.
That could be good. I mean, coffee beans are very Caribbean.
Grind, double espresso.
Well, hell yeah.
Well, hell yeah! I got Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's
fucking
perfect
Santa
shirt.
Claus shirt on. Oh hell yeah! I got a sweatshirt of it this year too, and the sweatshirt actually is even better. It says Stone Cold versus Santa Claus, and it's got like Santa Claus and Stone Cold. It's got this picture on it too. It's like, I think that's gonna be my theme. Is like how much Stone Cold beating up Santa themed clothing can I accumulate and eventually make a vest. A Stone Cold Steve Austin vest, but it's like red velvet, like a Santa Claus jacket, and it's fuzzy. Oh, it's sleeveless and fuzzy, and it says North Pole 316. North Pole 316.
North Pole 316.
Come on. I'm a cookie eating, milk drinking son of a bitch.
I'm gonna snowplow your ass. Gonna stomp a snow.
Dancer, what? Prancer, what? Donner,
right.
what? Blitzen, what?
This is a very fake blackberry
Rudolph,
smell.
what? All right.
I'm very disappointed in this smell already.
Hold on, let's see this. This is.
I bet you're pure. I bet you're pure coffee and espresso.
Oh wow, that is stout smelling. That is smells like it's got some hair on its nuggets.
Punchy.
That's got some fervor to it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Merry Christmas to you all. Happy holidays to all of you.
Woo. That's very blackberry. Very black. Hey.
Boy, I put rum in my coffee every day.
Oh, not a fan.
Boy, I put rum in my coffee every morning. We're putting rum in the coffee from now on. Oh.
We're not putting blackberry in the whiskey. Or at least that blackberry. Bird Dog, I like your stuff. I don't know if I'm a fan of that.
You know how to chase that really well.
I'll tell you what, the Orange Rattler went good with it. Oh, some eggnog, some noggy. Nice.
I gotta get you some of this nog.
You gotta get me some.
Well,
I have a whole lot of off days coming up, so we'll make it happen.
Out.
Some Hero Quest as well.
First shot of the show under the new
look, the new
my
technology,
new place, the new style, the new place.
I have a new place, new look, new everything.
New everything. So we're going to go ahead, close her out here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. Once again, like, subscribe, follow wherever you're watching. YouTube.com/@2dudeswearinghats. Twitch.tv/2dudeswearinghats. Or just go to 2DWH, just like the logo above Brendon's head, 2DWH.com. That'll give you the links to everything you need to go to. We try to do this show every single week around 9 p.m. After the show, we're going to have Dudes After Dark. After this show tonight, we are going to be jumping on playing some video games. The guarantee moving forward in 2025 is that every week after the show, it's at least going to either be Brendon or both of us doing some sort of video gaming based on what's going on in the real world. So once again, thank you all for watching. Brendon,
Yep.
It's been a show.
It's been fun. I'm comfortable in my new place. I look forward to doing some more. And, yeah. It's been fun. I like
It
it.
has been. We'll see you guys.
What are we gonna play?